Hi everyone, I'm Miss Bridget from Pickfair, and today I'm going to teach you about habit tracking. Now, habit tracking is a really good technique to help create good habits that you might want or get rid of some bad habits that you have. I've been habit tracking for about a month now, and some of the benefits I've gained from it is just adding more structure to my day. It's made me feel more productive, it's increased my self-confidence a lot, and it's really improved my mental health too. But some other benefits you may gain from habit tracking could be creating new hobbies, exploring new areas or things that maybe you might not have tried before. Either way, it's really beneficial, it helps a ton, and I think a lot of people don't know about it, so I wanted to share that with you, and I want to teach you how you could make your own habit tracker at home. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an example of what a habit tracker looks like before we dive into making one of our own. So this is my personal habit tracker. I've been working on it since the 18th of May, and the first thing I did was I wanted to create a calendar for my habit tracker. So I started with the month of May. I did the days of each week. Starting from the first day, I started my habit tracker, which was the 18th, and then to the last day of the month, the 31st. So you're gonna have one habit tracker per month, and your habit tracker is going to reset after the last day of a month. So I have my days of the month here, and then after creating this calendar, I created a table connecting to that calendar. The table shows my habits right here. I have 8 of them: cooking, daily chores, affirmations, exercising, stretches, pet play, skincare, and outdoor time. Now, you don't have to have 8 habits. You could have more, you could have less. It depends on your personal life. These are just things that I personally wanted to work on, and it ended up being 8 of them. So don't feel bad if you only have a few things you want to work on, or if you feel like you have a ton of things to work on. It just depends. So I have my calendar, I have my table here, and before I show you how to fill out your calendar or your habit tracker, I wanted to show you my guidelines that I made for each habit, and it's really helped me with my habit tracker. So I put those guidelines on the same page as my calendar and my table, just to remind me when I'm filling out if I met those guidelines. So let me show you a few examples. So one example is my pet play. To make sure I played with my pet a good amount of time every single day, I put a guideline that I need to play with my pet for 30 minutes a day. That way I don't play with them for like 5 minutes a day and then say I played with my pet, because obviously that's not enough. They need more. I have a couple other examples on here, like chores. Do one additional chore on top of your regular chores. And I found that by adding these guidelines to my habits, that it's made it harder for me to break them. It's also left me a little bit of flexibility too. So for example, cooking, I made a goal that I want to cook 5 times a week. I didn't list what days I wanted to cook like I did with my exercising. I said I wanted to exercise Monday through Friday. Cooking, I just said I want to cook at least 5 times a week. And then I could have 2 days to eat out or buy junk food or eat whatever I want. So it totally depends on you and your lifestyle. Your guidelines and your habits could be different from mine. So don't feel like you have to make yours exactly like mine, because this is just what works for me and it may not work for you. So with that said, let me show you how to fill out your habit tracker. So I don't fill mine out in any particular order. Some habits you have to spend the whole day working on. Some of them you can just get out of the way. Some of them you can't do in one part of your day, but you can do it in another. So it just, again, depends on your lifestyle. So cooking, the meal I wanted to focus on for cooking was dinner. So cooking is usually one of the last things I fill out on my habit tracker. But once I do cook, I go over to the day of the week, and then I color in that square. So you might have noticed I've color coded each habit a different color. And this helps with seeing what habits you're strong in. Right here you see I have a lot of color on my skincare or my outdoor time habits. So that's good. That means I'm doing a good job here. And then in other areas you can see I have a lot of spaces where I might need to work on. So here I went out of town for a few days, so I didn't get to play with my pets, so I didn't fill it in. I left it open, and that reminds me that I need to make up for those few days that I didn't get to play with them. Okay, let's see. So these little spots over here are just random doodles. So this was my first day, and I actually created my habit tracker in the same day as my first day, so that's why there's some spaces here. I just randomly doodled them in. But over here I have blacked out some spots in my exercise because these were my rest days and my workout routines. So it just depends on, again, you guys, I said this like 3 times already, but it really does just depend on you and your lifestyle.